my client's looking for is change in leadership, change in culture.
The LMPD Major, at the center of the chief's suspension, welcomes the mayor's decision to put the commander on notice.
This as the fallout of a leaked recorded meeting begins. This is Wave News at 6. I'm Myra Ansari.
I'm John Bull. We played that recording exclusively yesterday, moments after the mayor announced that the chief had been placed on administrative leave. And
today, Wave News troubleshooter Natalia Martinez continues investigating and begins our team coverage.
Today, things are at a standstill at LMPD, from promotions to the release of information into the alleged sexual harassment. There's been very little movement since the blow-up yesterday. So here's a rundown of all of the things that went on today, including what's going to happen next. So let's start there. The mayor's office told me that they are not making any more moves on the chief until the investigation into her handling of the sex abuse allegations by a private investigator, David Byers, is complete. There's no time frame exactly for that completion, but it is going to be sooner rather than later, the mayor's spokesperson told me. Secondly, many of the promotions for lieutenants and majors are up in the air right now. Many of those moves, like the retirement of the second in command right now, Colonel Steve Healy, have been halted. Many officers don't know what's going to happen next, where they're going. Yesterday, we played you the recording of the meeting in which the chief promoted Brian Kruger just 1 minute after Major Shannon Lauder accuses him of sexually harassing her. There is another part of the meeting that came just before where you can hear how upset the chief seems to be.
I will not have a major that cannot get along and support another major because y'all had an issue. It's over. And if you can't do that, turn in your stuff to me today. But if you cannot support me as your chief, if you got a problem with me, turn in your stuff today. I'm giving everybody 5 p.m. today.
Lauder's attorney said today the chief's tone is problematic. Here's what he says the chief should have done.
I would like to have seen her take that 60 seconds pause and think about Shannon. What this must feel like in a room of her peers, and in a room where the person that she alleged sexually harassed her was also present.
I have reached out to the major accused, Brian Kruger, there he is, to get his side of the story, but so far haven't heard back. LMPD told me that he is on regular duty when he gets back from vacation. I also learned the county attorney's office is the one responsible for signing on the independent investigator to see if there's any merit to Lauder's claims of sexual harassment, or if there are not. A note went out to all of LMPD last night from the chief's adjutant saying that the chief can't get any emails at this time. That's all that they've heard from the chief herself. I spoke with several officers today to get a consensus of what the mood was like, so 2 words jumped out: uncertainty and overall disappointment. Disappointment for what many thought was going to be LMPD turning a new leaf and moving forward, but winding up in another mess yet again.